In charge in the 2021 shooting at Ladd-Peebles Stadium in court today, but for different reasons.
Hezekiah Belfon, the man accused of firing the weapon, asking a judge to throw out charges on grounds that he was defending himself. The co-defendant, Jai Scott, is making the case that he should be treated as a youthful offender since he was younger than 21 at the time.
Well, Fox 10 News' Brendan Kirby now joining us live from the Breaking News Center with more on this story. And Brendan, no ruling today yet, right?
The judge taking both requests under advisement. She says that she first wants to review surveillance video of the incident. Prosecutors allege that Hezekiah Belfon fired indiscriminately into the crowd in the fourth quarter of a game between Williamson and Viger High Schools in October 2021. According to testimony, 5 people suffered gunshot wounds, including a 15-year-old girl who had nothing to do with the dispute. Belfon faces 5 counts of attempted murder, but defense attorney Yancey Burnett arguing that his client should be immune from prosecution. He pointed to testimony by Detective John Scroggins II that 18 to 22 people chased Belfon, co-defendant Jai Scott, and a teenager down a ramp just before the shooting.
And basically, after a few nasty words are exchanged and threats made, and those attackers are coming, he turns around, defends himself. He has every right to defend himself. He has no obligation to be beaten to death.
According to testimony, some of the people chasing Belfon and Scott thought that Scott was responsible for a beating that left one of the victims unconscious at a high school football game the previous month. Youthful offender status would seal the proceedings against Scott and cap the maximum punishment at 3 years behind bars.
The state obviously adamantly opposes this defendant being granted immunity. We clearly feel the evidence doesn't warrant that.
Detective Scroggins testified Thursday that Belfon, Scott, and a teenager left the stadium around halftime, went to Scott's car, and returned after the metal detectors had been taken down. That's when prosecutors say Belfon brought a gun into the stadium. Defense attorney Dennis Nisley notes that Scott wasn't armed.
In this case, the severity of the crime is important. It was an attempted murder, but the facts underlying the allegations are, in my opinion, certainly weak.
Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Scott should be treated as an adult.
The state opposes youthful offender treatment. This, shooting 5 people inside of a stadium packed with men, women, and children is not a youthful indiscretion. This was a very dangerous event, and it's something that can never happen again.
If Mobile County Circuit Judge Vicki Davis rules against Belfon, he'll still be able to argue self-defense to a jury. As for Scott, prosecutors must prove that he helped Belfon in some way. Reporting live from the Breaking News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.